Hey guys, my other video cut off for whatever reason, so I'll just pick up where I left off. The buck strider from China, custom sheath I made from some Kydex scraps I had. This one came out really nice, really thin. Conforms to my body very well when I carry it. I've carried it several times down to the lake, out hiking. Really works well, comfortable. Buck strider copy from China. I think I paid about $25 for this one. Very nice knife. Put a good edge on it. Some jimping in the handles. Very nice. That's the one I carry on my gun belt, my tactical rig that I use on SWAT. Right next to my Glock. It mounts on the Safariland sheath leg holster. Right in front of my Glock, so it's right where my hand sits, in case I need to grab it, or just, for self-defense or utility purposes, whichever. This is the other Elite Tactical that I ordered with my large one. This is the smaller one. I believe it's the copy of the SE 3 or 4. Pretty nice knife. Heavy. Let me just tell you that. If you order one, the handles on it, I think they say are G10. They're bolted in. They're wide and they are heavy. Very heavy. This knife itself is very heavy for the size. It's maybe a 3.5, 4-inch blade on it, but I mean, this knife with the handles on it weighs as much as a knife twice as large. I wanted it to be a neck knife or a little carry belt knife. It was far too heavy with the handles on it, I thought, for the purpose it's going to serve, so I wanted to make it into a neck knife. Took the handles off, cord wrapped it, put friction tape on it. I also took the bevel off of it because, like I said before, on the larger model, the bevel is steep. And it was razor sharp when it came out the box, but with that steep of a bevel on it, it was going to be a problem once it got dull. So I went ahead and put it on some varying sandpaper and stones and got it to where it's more of a flat grind on it. It's pretty razor sharp now. Very nice, like I said, except for the weight. The handle is full tang and there are no cutouts. It's a solid steel handle. And that's where all your weight is. I mean, that knife is butt heavy. Some people may like that. I like a balanced knife, but I'm working with what it's got, so. But this little custom sheath I made for it with some scraps I had. Belt loop. Just kind of wrap some orange cord around there for contrast. I'm not really worried about camouflage at this point. I'm going to be carrying it when we go to the lake or out hiking or something like that. But works very well. Like I said, it's kind of hard to do this one-handed. But it's compact, fits it very nicely, secure. I mean, you can't get much better than that doing it yourself. This is my top saw that I have carried for years on my gun belt for work. It goes behind my magazines in my magazine case, standard police issue magazine case. It has ridden there for years. My hand rests on it when I'm out on a traffic stop or a call or interviewing somebody. We have a habit of placing our hands on our guns or on our ammunition cases, just having them in front of us ready in case we need to grab or defend ourselves. And that's where this one sits, right by my left hand. So if somebody goes for my gun or gets on top of me or whatever, and I have to use it to defend myself or stop an attack, it's right there where my hand rests. My hand already sits on it. It's already in place. All I have to do is grab and jerk it out. I made this custom neck sheath for it so I can wear it as a neck knife if I want to. I also put a patina on this one. Came out pretty decent. Like I said, I've had this knife for several years. I bought one when they very first came out, and it's seen some use. I ground this one down as well, not ground it down, but put it on some sandpaper, varying grits of sandpaper, put more of a flat grind on it, and got the bevel down to where it's razor sharp. Good little knife. I mean, it's basically a shank, an expensive shank, but a very good shank. It'll last a long time. It does what it's intended to do. I think it's just about the perfect size for an everyday carry, or even a good little fieldcraft knife. Whatever you choose to do with it, I choose to use it as a backup, secondary defense on my gun belt. and it's served me well over the years. Never actually had to use it on duty, but I feel if I had to, it would be there and it would do what it's intended to do. Good little knife. Little neck sheaths I designed and made out of, I believe, .60 Kydex. It's about the thinnest you can get from the knife making places. And another one as well for the, I made a little separate neck knife for the, knife sheath for the Elite Tactical. So I've got one for it that's a belt sheath. And then this one's a separate neck sheath. This was actually on a Gerber I had, but I took it off, reheated it, and formed it to the Elite Tactical. So I'd have one for a neck sheath in case I wanted to grab it one day and use it for a neck knife. I think this one would work well as a skinning knife, caping knife, whatever you want to call it, for game. It's got a good belly on it. You can, chalk up on it, get in there, and really use it for skinning or whatever. Decent little knives, especially for the price. All right, that's about it. Well, one more thing. I almost forgot. Let me get all these out of the way. Just wanted to show you the cold steel I did. This is my cold steel Trail Hawk. Got two. I got the Frontier Hawk and the Trail Hawk. I actually prefer the Trail Hawk. It's a little bit lighter, a little bit handier. You can actually tell the difference in the weight. Made the custom Kydex blade cover, so I carry it on a belt loop on my war belt, my gun belt, and not my police gun belt, which would be awesome if I could do that, but you can't. So my actual bug out belt, or whatever you want to call it, all you do is pull this one off, and let me see if I can flip this around. All it basically does is slide off the top. Easier to do with two hands, but I put a patina on this one as well when I got it. Everybody can see that. Kind of a tiger stripe pattern. Again, with the ground mustard, yellow mustard, mixed them up. I also put some jimping in the blade itself. Kind of the old-timey. Same thing I did with the Becker, just the notches. This one really, if I took it off, it would give me a little purchase on the blade if I had to chalk up on it. I left it on the wood so I can take it off when I want. All I have to do is unwrap the paracord to replace it if it gets broken, or if I want to use the axe for more smaller jobs or tasks, chopping or whittling, whatever. But I think it looks really good on there. It gives you a good purchase on it when you have it off, and it just makes it pretty. And like I said, my little sheath I made for it. Again, I think it's .60 Kydex. Slides in there pretty easy. And all you do is secure the loop over it. There you go. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed. Any questions, just hit me up. I've been working on this for a while, putting my stuff together, getting it ready, and pretty happy with the results. I just love that Becker, man. That is just cool. I can't wait to actually get out and use it. I do like using my knives. I mean, my wife says I obsess over them too much, sit there and look at them and polish them, and what she calls playing with them, modifying them and everything else, but I just enjoy it. It's a hobby, and keeps me going for any more crazy than I already am. Really, really enjoy this one. All right, guys. I'll see y'all later. Bye.